Right, last part, reaction-free interactions. So how can we have reaction-free interactions so we can have that peaceful, calm home environment? Like I mentioned before, yeah, looking at your own internal rules that you have made up and also choosing your battles. So that's a big thing about reaction-free interactions. But then looking at each behavior or challenge with a fresh new pair of eyes. So every time you blink, it's a beautiful, and I read a whole article about this, that every time we blink, we have a new moment, we have a new opportunity to look at the world with new fresh eyes. And in that same way, if you look at your child's behavior, not at something that they just did that yesterday, or why is it keep on continuing, but look at it without all that past contamination, without all that previous judgment and all that. Like, look at it with fresh new pair of eyes, and you might see the real reasons behind the challenging behavior, like I mentioned before. And really do pretend as if you've never seen them do that before, and deal with it without criticism, judgment and criticism. So for example, the kids were having a I don't know, whatever discussion, argument in the back of the car. And I don't, yeah, like my son, he was, he said something to my daughter, which was not nice, mean at all. And turned around and said to him, like, I'm surprised. I've never heard you say anything like that before. And that was enough, like, for him to realize that that's not okay. And it's not as if it hasn't happened before, but just by being in that moment and not bringing past contamination into it and past judgment, that was enough to deal with it. And that's really a reaction-free interaction, that it's not about us, it's about helping them to realize that what's right and wrong, and having to correct certain behaviors, obviously, to keep everybody safe, because I can't allow him to be mean to his sibling. Another one is good behavior that is noticed is repeated, but challenging behavior that is criticized is not necessarily stopped. So again, reaction-free interactions is to be more focused on what is actually the good behavior, because often that does not get noticed. And the more we can focus on that, we can focus 70-80% of our energy on the good behavior and notice it, and really tell the kids and give them feedback, etc., then less the challenging behavior becomes less relevant or starts to disappear itself as well. Like, yeah, another way is we have to protect them from themselves. So when my nephew, he decided to start ripping out some trees that were freshly planted in some park. So, like, so we had to physically remove him from there and protect the trees and protect him from himself as well. But it's all about him. It's not about us reacting in a bad way and judging him and saying, oh, what kind of child are you, ripping out trees? It's not about that. Was about protecting him from his own self. Obviously he didn't think it was such a terrible thing to do, so he was doing that, but it doesn't make him into a badly behaved child. It's just age related again. And finally, teach them the skill and how to deal with situation boundaries, give, take, negotiating. And there's a lot here which I can't go into. So yeah. So you have the option to book the session right now. for absolutely free. Usually I charge for it, or if you have to apply for it. If you haven't, then you'd go ahead and do that at coachbehaviour.com/free. If you like more tips on effortless parenting from the inside out and comprehensive training on how to make parenting fun, easy, and effective, watch our free web class on coachbehaviour.com/gift.